Georgia Philly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got to talk about Zach Branch and Caleb Williams. Listen, the last time we've seen star power on this level, I believe, is Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart. Listen, here's the question I want to pose. And I want to stack up Zach Branch numbers and look at his numbers compared to some of the USC greats, whether it's Reggie Bush, whether it's Amon Brown, whether it's Marquise Lee, whether it's Robert Woods, Juju Smith-Schuster. I got some numbers here I want you guys to take a look at. How were those guys in their very first USC football game, and how did they compare to somebody like Zach Branch? Because I don't think we really understand the significance of what Zach Branch did last Saturday. Listen, I know it was San Jose State, but it's just the way he did it, the way he moved and grooved. He had it on and popping. He had it on and cracking. It was straight up go time, man. So, look, let's take a look at that. And, look, the last time we seen two guys that are Heisman Trophy type of worthy on the team, it's Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush. You guys already know in the past that they went to the Heisman Trophy ceremony. They got invited. They were both up for the Heisman. Any one of them could have got it because they had phenomenal years. Listen, I think we're going to see the same thing this year. Phenomenal years from from Zach Branch and from Caleb Williams. So look, I want to compare that, and that's the way it hit my mind. Look, man, it's straight up go time. It's on the popping. Everybody that comes on, you guys make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And look, let's take a look. Let's investigate. It's USCJ on the case, man. You guys already know where you can find me. It's going to be USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Let's take a look at this information real quick. Let's go. All right, so here is Zach Branch, and as you can see here, he accounted for 232 all-purpose yards last Saturday. He showed up and showed out. One reception TD, one kick return. And look, man, Zach Branch, he's being compared to some of the USC greats, man. And not only that, he's being recognized by people all across the world. All this week, I've been seeing Zach Branch, people post different social media sites, different sports websites. They're posting about him. So it's letting you know that this thing was kind of an unusual thing for a freshman to go out there and do what he did, man. So when you're talking about people that are contacting him, he mentioned in the press conference yesterday about Odell Beckham Jr., Baltimore Ravens wide receiver, how he contacted him as well and just let him know, look, man, you're doing an awesome job, man. But let's talk about some of the guys that he stacks up against when you're talking about making their freshman debut to USC. I'm talking about all-time greats like Reggie Bush, Marquise Lee, you name it, Nelson Aguilar, Juju Smith-Schuster, some of the great offensive weapons that USC's had, Amon Brown. How does Zach Branch numbers stack up? We're going to take a look at that. I have these numbers real quick. I want you guys to see exactly how unusual this guy is, given the numbers that we're getting ready to show. Let's take a look at this real quick. All right, so how does Zach Branch stack up with some of the all-time greats? And this is per 24/7 Sports. They posted this, and I love the absolute comparison. When you look at him here, Marquise Lee, his first game ever as a freshman. He was a four-star athlete, number 47 player overall, recruit. 5 receptions in his first game. It was against Minnesota. 5 receptions, 32 yards. The next one, coincidentally, it was against Minnesota as well. Dwayne Jarrett, USC great. He had 2 receptions, 8 yards. Number 7 receiver overall when he came out. Number 38 overall player. The next one is going to be Nelson Aguilar, big-time player. You guys already know. 1 reception, 6 yards. He played against Hawaii. And look, it was a number 3 athlete overall. Number 30 player overall in the country. The next one, it was Adoree Jackson. He played against Fresno State, number 7 player overall, number 1 cornerback in the country. And when he first appeared at USC, first game, 3 receptions, 36 yards, 1 TD. Next, we got Big Mike Williams, number 266 overall player, number 23 running back. They got him at running back, but he was a receiver, played receiver at USC. 4 receptions, 56 yards when he first made his debut, and he played against Auburn. You guys already know that year he absolutely killed it his freshman year. He was just a man amongst boys. And then Zach Branch, he appeared against USC, UNLV, number 2 receiver overall when he came out. from Modern Day High School. I was going to say St. Modern Day, but Modern Day High School, number 11 overall, 7 receptions, 98 yards, 1 TD. And then you have, man, one of my favorite all-time Trojans, the late, great Joe McKnight. He's gone but not forgotten, but he was the number 1 overall player, number 1 running back in the country, 6 rushing yards in his first game against Idaho, 26 rushing TDs, 26 rushing yards, and then 8 reception yards. He's arguably one of my favorite all-time guys, but this is his numbers right here when he was a freshman. And then in his first game, Robert Woods, Sarah High School product, number 3 overall recruit, number 1 athlete in the country, number 4, and he had 4, and he played against Hawaii, 4 receptions, 142 yards in his freshman debut. And then the next one we have one of the greatest Trojans ever, greatest running backs ever to play in college football. You guys already know. Give Reggie his trophy back ASAP. Number 3 running back in the country, number 17 player overall. He had 5 rushing yards in his first game, 5 rushes in his first game, 9 rushing yards when he debuted. Okay, the next one, we got the legendary Juju Smith-Schuster, Long Beach Poly product, number 4 athlete in the country. Juju was a heck of a safety for those who don't know. Out of Long Beach Poly, number 21 recruit overall. When he came to USC, first game he played against Fresno State, he had 4 receptions, 123 yards, 1 TD. Man, that was a crazy game. All right, so we can clearly see why Zach Branch is being compared to some of the USC greats. And last time, as I stated, as I alluded to, it was Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, those 2 guys who were invited to the Heisman Trophy presentation. And look, man, I think he's one of these guys that has that type of A factor, that type of ability to move and groove. He gets it on and popping, he gets it on and cracking, and it's straight up go time with Zach Branch. And I think when you couple with somebody like Caleb Williams that can still put up phenomenal numbers and still be on the same team, Zach Branch is that guy that can be like a Reggie Bush for sure. Because it was Reggie that had that same type of it factor, Reggie that had that same type of athleticism who can move and groove. And am I comparing him to Reggie? Absolutely not. But what I am doing is comparing his athletic ability and his star power. And for the fact that he did sign an incredible NIL deal just yesterday, apparently, and this NIL company represents all types of athletes. And for Zach Branch to ink this deal, it's a multi-year deal. You got to know it's already go time. They recognize the star power. They recognize the ability that he has that it factor. By the way, if Reggie Bush was in the NIL era, he would have killed the game, absolutely killed the game. But Zach Branch, now that he's in the era, he's getting ready to move and groove. And just like Reggie Bush was invited to the Heisman Trophy ceremony, I think that Zach Branch, along with this guy right here, they can both be at the Heisman Trophy presentation. Zach Branch, Caleb Williams can do a Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart. You guys hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. Am I crazy for thinking that? Is it too early? You know what? It is not too early. And guess what? USCJ is making that comparison because that's the way it hit my mind. That's the way I wanted to deliver it to you. And I want to know what you guys think about that. Does Zach Branch have that type of star power? Yes, he's a freshman. When you look at the numbers, compare him to other freshmen, USC greats, you see it's there. This dude is incredible. So look, man, hit me in the comments. You guys let me know what you think. All right, does that give you guys a better perspective on what Zach Branch did on last Saturday? Look, he had a phenomenal game. It is straight up goal time. I think the best is yet to come. And I think, you know what I think? I think Lincoln Riley is literally licking his chops right now. Look, you never know how a football player, how things are going to translate, even if you're a 4 or 5 star. I've seen multiple 5 stars, and he's a 5-star plus, coincidentally. I've seen multiple 5 stars have the 5-star title, but it wasn't until that thing really just manifested on the field, you said, okay, this guy got it, man. You see it here. It manifested. Zach Branch has got it, and it's straight up go time with him. It's only popping. It's only cracking. Listen, man, everybody, continue to hit that like button, hit that share button. Listen, me and Jaywalk, we will be coming tomorrow for a review, a preview of San Jose State. Man, listen, until later on, you guys already know where you can find me. It's going to be USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Listen, until later on, don't forget to make sure you get up, get out, and make some things happen. Fight on, fight on, fight on.